What is going on? We got a new Pew Pew, folks. Check this box out. I'm at a little different angle because of the way I got the camera set up. I can't make it all fit in my cluttered, nasty workbench. So we're gonna do it a little bit different today. But check this out. Look at this thing. This is how it came right here. That's my invoice from my gun guy. Oh my goodness. Check this bag out. Anybody got any ideas what's in that bag? I am like super excited about this bad boy. This is the M&P FPC. The FPC. Let's open this bad boy up and take a gander at it here. I am like super stoked, and my phone has been dinging all, look at that, all afternoon. Place opposite side against the metal. Some oily paper. Feels oily. Look at this gem. Usually we look what's inside the box and whatnot first, but check this beauty out. Holy buckets. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Get it better in the screen there. Holy smokes. The FPC 9mm. Man, look at that trigger. So, I haven't done much research on this gun. I've been wanting a new truck gun. And this is going to be my new truck gun. I'm pretty confident it's going to be my new truck gun since it... Let's see here. How do you make it even fold down? I don't even... There we go. Look at that. That'll fit right behind my seat. Right now I run a Springfield Armory Victor Saint pistol as my truck gun, but this is hopefully going to replace it. Man, that thing's pretty slick, huh? Look at that. I can't wait to shoot this. I want to see how accurate it is with the way it breaks there. Oh, come on. You just did it once for me. There we go. I'm hitting my beer can fish up there. Alright. Well, let's see what else it comes with. And we'll talk about it a little bit. So we've got a 17 round mag. Okay. This is the first time I've checked this case out and what was inside of it. So bear with me on this. Let's see here what we got in the top pocket here. Oh, it's a sling for the carry bag. Oh, man, that phone's irritating me. So we got some back straps for the pistol grip. We got a load indicator for the range, or unload indicator, apologize. Oh, another back strap. Nice. Both those are empty. I'm really surprised when we opened it up the instructions weren't there. Our good old California compliant lock. Get rid of that. I will definitely be reading these instructions before we go to the range. Your warranty card and whatnot. Press, press. So, pull charge slide, very cool. And when I saw it online, yeah, you can put the mags in the buttstock, and we'll look at that. And we should have two, I want to say 23 round mags. 20. They should be 23 rounders. But the way the extensions on there you can't see, but these should be 23s. Okay, that's everything in the case. Let's look at this bad boy and pull some specs up real quick on it. Usually I got it all written down ready to go. So it's 80.42 ounces. Man, it doesn't give you a nice loud click or anything when it says when it's together. Well, I guess if you slam it hard enough it does. Let's see here. You can put those mags. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to read this. Okay, so they do lock positive in there. And you got a little lever here. So if we pull that down, we'll unlock just one side. Very good. Just unlocks the one side, but can you unlock them both at the same time? Urgh. You can if you pull good on it. So that's cool. That's kind of neat. your charge handle. So, is it just like, yep, very similar to an AR, but obviously not an AR, you know. Very similar though. You got your mags. Let's see here. Pull up some more specs on it. Capacity, we talked about that. We got a 17 round and 223 rounders. The barrel length is 16.25, so it is considered a rifle. Let's take this guy off just to take. It's got the M-lock on there. Man, this thing's pretty neat. You know what? Since we got it on the bench, I want to go shoot this thing, but it did not come with any type of optic or sights on there. I do have a spare Romeo 5, Sig Sauer Romeo 5. I really like these sights, these optics, and I'll tinker with it. I'll get it set up very similar to my truck gun, and we'll take a look at that. But since we got it out, I don't know if I'll need this riser or not. So we'll see. Quite possibly. Let's move this guy over here. But since we got it out, let's just check that trigger, huh? Real quick, like. You can pick these up from $700 to $800. I've seen them as high as $900, but some places are just going like stupid crazy for some reason. I got like some glue or some double-sided tape there on my trigger gauge here. Alright. So, yeah. It does have a little drop bar here, but man, that's like, ugh. Ugh, can't even get her with my fingies. Oh. Where's your, there's our safety. That's kind of neat where the safety's located. This is my first time ever touching one of these, so I didn't do much reading on them or anything. My gun guy called, he said, hey, I can get one. I said, please get it coming. So I do like that. I don't like how we can't access the safety without going around, just convenience wise, you know what I mean? Like on a handgun, you can flip the safety on and off, even though this isn't a handgun. But on a rifle, like an AR, you can flip the safety on and off, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of a little different, but it'll do. Lots of travel. Lots of travel. I imagine it's really similar to the standard M&P. And M&P mags fit in this. This is the standard M&P magazine. So I've got a few M&Ps, so we should be able to rock and roll on that. Having plenty of magazines. 5 pounds, 2.9 ounces. Let's try it again. £4 pounds, 13.9 ounces. I'm trying to go in the same spot there on the trigger. £6 pounds, 1.3 ounces. It's not a bad trigger. I mean, I am a little bit of a trigger snob. Let's try it one more time. Whoop. Let's go ahead and set this up first. 6.23, so it's climbing, but that's a different type of a trigger than the M&Ps have on them. I'm really excited to go shoot this and see here. It does it does feel weird, especially this big, man, I'm not used to having a camera like that, but the buttstock is really bulbous on this thing, I guess is the right word. It's really thick. It feels weird with my cheek on it. But let's put the red dot on it, and I'll grab my truck gun and show you how I got it set up, and we'll set this one up very similar, almost identical, I bet. So stand by. Let me grab that. Okay, so here is my current truck gun, Victor Saint pistol. It's clear, same optic. The Romeo 5, love these red dots. I put an Olight Odin on the truck gun and some backup flip up sights. Don't really need them by any means, but I just put them on there. There's nowhere to put a rear style sight on the M&P, and the only reason I wanted to go with the M&P, because I was looking at some other ones too, is just because it will, you know, fold up twice as small. Come on, come on. There you go. So, takes up a lot less room. I'm still torn about it. I don't know for sure if I'm going to make the switch and make this my truck gun and pull this one out, you know. I just don't know yet. I'm going to have to shoot it. One thing though, it does have a threaded barrel. So I definitely want to find me a compensator or something to put on this. Just because it kind of looks a little tacky, goofy. Throw maybe just an AR, like an A2 style compensator on there for now. But I tried to get the optic as low as possible and not use the riser. But I just, with this big bump on here, there is some elevation height change between the rib and the stock here, but the stock just came up too much. I couldn't get the red dot centered in the optic, so I had to put the riser on it. So until I shoot it and see if I like it better than the St. Victor for the truck purposes, then I'm not going to switch the light over, obviously. And I'll probably put some type of hand grip on here, a forward grip, just because it just feels weird, man. It feels a lot like the 1522, the little Smith & Wesson AR 22. I mean, that's exactly what this feels like. This is just plastic. It's not steel by any means. Pretty much everything is plastic except for the bolt. Yeah, everything is looking plasticky to me, but that's okay. Bolt and barrel, of course. The barrel's not plastic, but let's see real quick. Here's a 9mm Smith & Wesson M&P. This is a 2.0, but same mags as the original. That fits in there. Just curious. Yep, she's in there. This is a 17 rounder, so I'm just curious though, will the longer ones, so the longer ones won't go in the handgun. I wonder if we slide, if we take that off, then they will. Oh man, look at that. I got me some 23 round mags for pistol competitions now. Sweet, 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 as it goes on the ground. But that's okay. It's got to get marked up sometime, right? So that's, I'm digging that. That's pretty neat. I like that. Okay, so that's about all. And this one shouldn't fit until we take that. Yeah, even this one. I'm willing to bet you those are the same exact mags as the originals. Yeah, they're the same exact mags, so the grip is just a hair, compared to an M&P pistol, shorter. So that's what that spacer's on there for. A little bit different angle up front there, but pretty much the same grip, just a hair shorter, you know. So cool. I'm digging it. It looks neat. Let's get it out to the range. Let's go shoot a couple 100 rounds through it, and then we'll come back. Okay. So we're out here with the FPC. Hopefully you guys can see it good. Safety's right here. I've got a few mags with 10 rounds each in them. So I haven't even shot it yet. So let's see. Mags in. Released. Okay. So that's why we're starting so close here with this red dot. So fire in the hole. Okay. First shot. Okay, safety's on. Okay. So we need to come up and to the left a little bit. So let's adjust this guy and to the left a little bit. I could chase the bullet hole with the red dot, but I don't want to. So, all right. That went a little to the left. Okay. Safety is on. Okay. A little bit more here. Quite a bit more. And up. I still don't like where the safety's at, where you can't get it from your thumb. Okay, well, she's getting there. Let's crank it up some more. And more to the left. We'll give her a good crank. So far, it's fun. Okay, so let's take a look here. Safety is on. So those were my last two shots. So, since we know we'll be stepping back, I'm going to go a hair more to the left. Quite a bit more up. Because I'd like this thing to be at least zeroed at 25. So, we'll come back roughly to where we've been shooting at. Oh, gun clear, bolt stayed back. Release the mag. So those are our other shots. So let's go ahead, we'll aim at this, we'll aim at this little red dot here and just see if anything's changed. And hopefully I'm not standing too cockeyed here. Okay, safety. Whoop, safety is on. Okay, so we were aiming right at this little red dot. So I still want to come up. I'm going to give it quite the turn here. Okay. We'll come back. We'll aim at that same red dot. Okay. Safety is on. All right, we're about an inch higher. So I'm going to move back a little bit farther. We'll aim at this one. Since we're still shooting to the right a little bit, we'll aim at this one so we don't throw our shot off paper by aiming at the right side. Hopefully. All right, so we're about double the distance. Aim at that bottom left. Okay, safety is on. Let's see where we're hitting now. Okay, so as we went back, you see how some shots went higher and farther apart. So I'm gonna fine tune this thing, but it's pretty fun right now to shoot. Let me get some more rounds through it and we will see. Okay, so I put it on the bench and try to get it really dialed in decent for a red dot. So let's shoot some steel here. 10 rounds in the mag. Now I'm not able, safety's on, bolts open. So far I haven't been able to activate the bolt release here on both sides with my fingers. I imagine I could with this one, but I'm scared I'm gonna pinch the heck out of my fingers. So it does have the bolt release slide there. So let's see if we can shoot some steel here and see how that goes. Oh, empty. but it's pretty fun. I'm gonna try. So that was all factory stuff. I'm gonna try my reloads through it and see how this rifle likes the reloads. Okay, so I got some reloads in the mag. These reloads are pretty light. They don't like the M&P Performance Center pistols with the 16-pound springs don't like them. And some Tauruses don't like them, but all the SIGs run them just fine. So I'm curious if it's going to run. So let's see here. Come on. All right, bolts released. Safety is off. Oh, missed the last one. All right. Oh, that was I only had 13 loaded in, but I can definitely feel a difference in the recoil with the lighter ones, but it ran just fine. It a little slower, but it did run just fine with the reloads. So I'm gonna keep playing with this. I brought also some Tulo ammo, some of the steel case stuff, just to see if it'll run with that. And yeah, I'll let you know if there's any differences or changes, but let's go back to the bench and talk about it. Just got back from the range, and first off, the FPC, it was really fun to shoot. It was fun. It cycled great. I have zero complaints about this small rifle. It did exactly what it was built to do. If there was anything I could change out of the box, two things. I'd change two things. First off, just the trigger. You guys know I'm a trigger snob. It's not a horrible trigger by any means, but it's not a race trigger either, but it's not meant to be a race trigger. So trigger, just a hair better. And out of the box, maybe Smith & Wesson could send some iron sights with it or something, or build an iron, like, I don't know how good we're going to be able to get this in the camera, but, maybe cut a dove or a sight into the front and down the rail maybe. I don't know, but I'm still deciding how I'm going to set this up, because I am going to make this my truck gun. Have it folded up in a bag ready to go. Maybe put some flip up sights, put the red dot on a 45-degree mount maybe, flashlight on the front, a flash hider kind of muzzle device. I haven't decided yet. It is still is a little awkward to get used to just lining your head up with everything, just with this big cheek piece down on the buttstock here. That was a little awkward, but it wasn't horrible by any means. It was fun to shoot. It was a blast. A couple of concerns I do have for the long run is this whole thing is plastic. So like the joint here, like how long, all the opening and closing, how long is it going to take before it loosens up and starts to get some slop in it? And what's Smith & Wesson's game plan for that? That's a concern. The other concern I have is, and it's really not a concern, it's more kind of like, oof, there's like 13 steps you got to do to get the dang bolt taken out of here, the carrier group out of this thing. You got to disassemble the buttstock, you got to pull the tube, then you pull the charging handle, pull the spring, blah blah blah, and finally you can get the bolt out for cleaning. There's a pinhole, multiple pinholes, and I mean, once you do it enough, like a M1 or something, you'll get good at it. But it's like, holy buckets, this thing's gonna be a pain in the butt to clean. So I'm gonna rip it apart and clean it real good, and then maybe go try to see how many rounds it's going to take before it starts fouling up and jamming up and whatnot. But it did great. It did great. I ran just some, I ran one mag of Tulo through it. Shot great. Steel casing. Ran 50 Blazers through it. Ran just fine. And I ran my weak reloads that a lot of people give me crap about, saying they're trash reloads. They ran like a champ here. You could feel the recoil difference. And the rifle did cycle slower with my reloads, but they're reloaded light for a reason. They're not reloaded to, you know, knock your socks off. There's a reason they're reloaded light, but it ran them just fine. So really impressed with this little guy. I can't wait to shoot it more. I am going to tinker with it, clean it up, you know, do some different setups. Maybe a forearm grip here. There's really no reason for it. The recoil is very moderate. There is a little muzzle jump. Not bad by any means. So yeah, just got to figure out how I want to set this thing up. So I'll shoot it a bunch the next month or two, and maybe do a part 2 video to this. But this video is just to get it out there and show you guys just a plain Jane guy like myself, and nothing fancy. It shot great, and all the mags worked as expected, and I highly recommend it. And I can't wait to get a good, like an Eberly stock makes a good EDC backpack. I can never do it left-handed. Backpack for this thing. Well, for other firearms, but get her folded up, get the mags loaded up, put in there, and that will kind of be my bug out bag. Firearm wise, you know, have a med kit in there and whatnot just in case. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun to shoot. I got to spend the morning with my dad shooting, so that was a bonus. So check this out. If you guys are curious about it, check it out, and let me know what you think. So we're going to get back into making a lot more videos, trying to get back on a weekly schedule here. It's been tough, but our goal is to get videos fishing, hunting, shooting once a week. So that's our goal. Fingers crossed. And hit that like and subscribe, and check out the M&P FPC, guys. It's definitely worth the $700 for this firearm. It was a blast to shoot, literally. Ha! Stupid little pun joke. So you guys have a great Sunday afternoon. We'll see you next week.